Hi everyone, we're back with some major crypto news. Bitcoin proves once again why it's the best investment of the decade. Twitter rebel Elon Musk says that Bitcoin is too cheap. Then what we can expect from the Bitcoin halving, and finally the latest Appics news. So the Bitcoin price right now is on a rise and we're getting closer to crossing that 10K mark. And let's remember that between 2010 and 2019, no other asset performed better than cryptocurrencies. Now, after the new decade caused some turmoil in the markets, of course in the context of the corona crisis, BTC is once again quickly recovering and surpassing the stock market as well as gold. We can see clearly that during the current crisis, gold was able to assert its role as a store of value. And we could see that on one hand, the volatility during the crash in mid-March was a lot less than in the stock market. The price of gold at the peak only lost about 4%. Now, on the other hand, we did see that the turbulences in the market pushed many investors towards buying the scarce precious metal. But enough about gold. What about the digital gold, Bitcoin? How did Bitcoin perform? Well, let me pull up a chart and let's take a look. So we can see especially the massive difference here between Bitcoin and gold, which becomes clear through the crash behavior of BTC. While gold, by a majority of investors, is considered a safe haven and a percentage-wise only had to suffer some marginal losses during mid-March, Bitcoin suffered a lot more, obviously because of the selling off and uncertainties in the financial markets. And so the often quoted volatility of BTC hit the mark again. However, we also see that Bitcoin is a lot more dynamic and is able to recover a lot quicker from such a crisis. And especially right now, it's become very clear. On this chart here, you can see that the price of Bitcoin is at around $8,800 at the moment, which is about 22% above its price since the beginning of the year. And we can also see very clearly that Bitcoin strongly differentiates itself from traditional assets. The four most common assets include shares, bonds, commodities, and currencies. And all four asset classes are to some extent correlated. Now, Bitcoin was affected by the traditional market crash, but we can already see it decoupling. And in the long term, the numbers just prove this fact. So with that being said, Bitcoin is not only the best investment of 2020, but also a great addition to any existing portfolio. So the number one cryptocurrency may not be a hedge against the global economic crisis, but it is a good hedge against hyperinflation and persistent low interest rates. And now jumping from Bitcoin to Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk is not only known for his daring but extremely successful ventures with SpaceX and Tesla, but Musk also causes a sensation on the social media platform Twitter with his rebellious statements. With over 33.5 million followers, that's not difficult for him either. He even got into serious difficulties with the US stock exchange regulator, the SEC, which wanted to have his tweets checked in advance. But despite last year's confrontation, the Twitter rebellion from Elon Musk continued this week. And once again, Bitcoin is also on board. Now let me explain. Already in January, BTC got the honor from Elon Musk to be mentioned on his Twitter account. Now, at the time, Musk wrote that Bitcoin was not his safe word. Now, this remark caused some sensation in the crypto community, but had to be accepted this way without further explanation from the entrepreneur. And then yesterday, Elon Musk then caused a stir outside the crypto world, namely in the entire financial world, because the CEO of Tesla tweeted that his company's shares price was too high. Now, even an Elon Musk can probably imagine that such a statement will probably have a negative effect rather than a positive effect or influence on his company and on the price. And this minus is remarkable when you consider that stocks are not as volatile as BTC, for example. So the Twitter account Bitcoin took advantage of the situation of Musk's tweets and his reach, and by actually commenting on his very own BTC response to Musk's post. So he reversed the entrepreneur's statement and wrote, "The Bitcoin price is too low." So in response, Musk showed some humor and unexpectedly wrote and commented the statement back with two emojis or smileys. And just 10 minutes later, Tesla CEO picked up the BTC comment again by posting an anime picture or anime Bitcoin picture and asking how much an anime BTC would cost. And although Elon Musk is seen as a visionary and lateral thinker, which also applies to the narrative around Bitcoin, he shows little reaction in regards to BTC and co. However, he is also not averse to crypto, and he's mentioned before that he sees some advantages that cryptocurrencies bring with them, which makes his tweets and reactions from yesterday even more entertaining. Now, how do you see Elon Musk's opinion on BTC and co? Let us know down in the comments below. The awaited time has come. The Bitcoin halving is due in 7 days, and the reward for the miners is going to be halved. But what does that mean for the Bitcoin cores? So on May 12th, the time has finally come. The Bitcoin halving is in the crypto house. So this event halves the reward miners receive for successfully mined blocks by half. So instead of getting 12.5 BTC, the miners will only get 6.25 BTC. And in the past, this has put Bitcoin miners under pressure. And after all, in addition to the electricity prices, they are significantly dependent on the Bitcoin price. So the interesting question remains, what influence will the halving this time will have on the Bitcoin price? Followers of the stock-to-flow ratio see this as an indication that the price of the largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization will climb to staggering heights up to $100,000. However, these optimists successfully ignore the fact that this is an extremely bullish assessment and ignores a lot of the important factors. So the counterpart to this are those pessimists that see a collapse in the mining business and subsequently say that a slump in the Bitcoin price will happen, since it is no longer profitable for miners to support the network, and then the halving pessimists assume that they will flood the market with their BTC and sell it off, so a spiral of death will happen. Now, on the other hand, if you look at the halving data from the past and you compare it with the halving of similar events in the crypto space, then you will find that the outcome is most likely somewhere in the middle. So no reason to freak out here. There are just too many factors to consider, and the world is not that simple. The calculations are a lot more complicated. So it's really important to see the overall context and then take advantage of these opportunities by making calculated decisions. So what are your thoughts on these predictions for the Bitcoin price before and after the halving? Well, let us know in the comments below. And lastly, Appics was just mentioned on Cointelegraph, the biggest outlet for crypto and blockchain news. And the article features social media platforms where users get rewarded with cryptocurrency for their social activities. And Appics is mentioned among other projects like Bitfinex Social Network, eToro, and others. And you can find the link to the full article in the description down below. Also, the APX Bitcoin trading pair went live on the exchange who.com. So if you haven't already, definitely register, sign up for an account, and then you can start easily buying and trading Appics tokens. And finally, here's some top content from our Appics users from this and last week. Take a look.
Take away the big shirts, the tattoos, the sweatpants and Vans. Okay, I don't wear no makeup, no purse in my hands. My resting bitch face is mistaken for the mean girl. But what if I told you there's nothing I want more in this world than somebody who loves me naked, someone who never asked for
Same shit over and over. Through all my hope in the four-leaf clover. Got some doge, don't know how to roll it. Told it, light it up, smoke it. Friends done vanished, that's hocus pocus. Donald Trump is the fucking POTUS. Shoot your conscience up, shoot up concerts. White America, blackface monster. Copper, don't shoot, I honestly am not armed. I have the right to bear hug my mom if I'm giving grace at this track.
rise up, rise like the day, oh rise up. I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up.
I'm gonna hold you so close. Swear to God when I come home, I'll never let go. Like a river I flow to the ocean I know. You pull me close, guiding me home. And I need you to know that we're falling so fast. We're falling like the stars. We're falling in love. And I'm not scared to say those words.
Deny it, who you are, how you feeling, baby, we're not buying. Hun, we saw you hit the ceiling, face it like a grown-up. When you gonna own up that you got it back?
She dey see me like a Johnny just come. My monkey dey walk it, baboon he just dey chop. Me I go chop all the washing, as long as you give me.
I hope you enjoyed this little insight, and if you're not on Appics already and you want to learn more about the platform, how to join, make sure you check out our link tree, which is the first link again in the description below. And once again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful week, and I will see you in the next video or on Appics.